Welcome back to Flow with Atashi. My name is Nuna Aslanian and I'm the founder of Atashi. Today we're going to continue the Menstrual Cycle Phases Girl Talk Edition by exploring the Late Luteal Phase. This is a phase where your body starts to slow down, and the important thing you need to remember is this is a time to rest. Your emotions are heavier. This is when PMS hits hard, and this is the phase that you really hear about when they talk about how horrible the luteal phase can be. If you've wondered why you're more irritable, more sensitive, more tired right before your period, this episode is going to tell you why. The late luteal phase lasts about 5 to 7 days. It's the last week before you get your period, which is why they say your PMS starts the week before your period. So hormonally, this is when progesterone peaks, it gets to its highest, and then it quickly drops, which is what triggers your period to start again. But before that happens, it is at its peak, and estrogen is also really low. The decline in estrogen is what brings about the irritability, the mood swings, the fatigue, the anxiety, whatever you're feeling, it's due to lower estrogen and higher progesterone. Just like in ovulation, when testosterone was at its highest and we were feeling our best physically, this is when progesterone is at its highest. So you're feeling much lower, much calmer. This is like the peak time where you feel like the calmest version of yourself. Physically, you're going to experience a lot of bloating and fatigue. You might also experience breast tenderness. Some people also experience headaches. It really depends on how your body responds. Your body is craving alone time, and you should also focus on what your mind is noticing. If it's extra heightened to some things, just like we talked about in the early luteal phase, if you're feeling very sensitive about something, then there's a reason that is triggering you, and you want to pay attention to it so that you can reflect on it and then release it. But during this reflection, rest is crucial. This is the most important time to give your body some time to just chill. This phase is such a powerful reminder that rest can be productive, and sometimes choosing to do nothing and letting your body slow down can be an act of self-love. Self-care doesn't just come in terms of going to get your nails done or getting your hair done or getting coffee. Sometimes it's really just staying in and doing nothing and listening to your body as to what it needs from you. Obviously, I already talked about how much rest you need, but let's go into more detailed examples of what self-care can look like during this phase. Just take it easy with movement. I promise you it's not going to help your body if you're doing intense workouts at the gym or if you're trying to run your quickest mile. Like, it's not worth it. You can do yoga, slow walking, stretching, whatever it is that feels good during this phase, even if it's no movement at all that day. I mean, obviously you want to walk, you want to move a little bit, but like if you're not planning a workout for that day, it's okay. I mean, move your body for a reasonable amount of time throughout the day so you're healthy, but you don't have to plan a workout if you're not feeling up for it. In terms of diet, you want to focus on more warm, nutritious foods, things that are more comforting. You want to make sure they're really healthy in fats and magnesium-rich foods, and hydration is key. With your body slowing down, with you needing more rest, you also need a lot more hydration. I will always say electrolytes are key during anything, but if you feel so low, it might help you feel a little bit better and bring your mood up just a little bit. And of course, as I've been saying, you want to prioritize rest. Whether that looks like taking naps, sleeping in longer, or taking quiet moments for yourself throughout the day, whatever that could look like for you, you really want to focus on getting enough rest every single day during this phase. And my last advice for you during this phase is to set boundaries. It's okay if you have to say no to things. Say yes to the things that feel like they will replenish you, make you feel better. But it's okay to say no to things that feel draining. And you know what? It's okay to say, no, I'm in my luteal phase. I don't really feel up to it. That's fine. Now, granted, there's some things we can't say no to. I mean, if it's someone's wedding, you can't say, no, I'm not coming because it's my luteal phase. But you can at least notice how you're feeling, maybe leave earlier. Just pay attention. I mean, some things we can't do anything about, and that's okay. But the things that you do have control over, make sure to be mindful of your phase and mindful that this is a time where you can't take on too much. So it's okay to say no. And also on top of that, you want to be mindful when a woman is in her luteal phase. If it's not you we're talking about, if it's someone you know and love, and you know that they're feeling this way, don't take it personally. Just understand that there's stuff going on in their body that is asking more of them, and they can't give you what you need in this moment because they need to take care of themselves, and that's okay. And that's all I have on the late luteal phase. I'm really glad I got to talk about this, and I really hope that something resonated with you and you learned something new about this phase. So now that we've gone over both the luteal phase and the menstruation phase, and we know that those are two rough phases in the cycle, I want to get into what you should eat during your period that's going to make you feel better. We're going to get really detailed and really go into the specifics of what you should be eating. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss this episode coming up. And if this episode resonated with you, make sure to give it a like and leave in the comments how you feel during your late luteal phase, what self-care rituals you have. I would absolutely love to hear from you. Thank you so much again for watching. This was really fun and I'm so excited to continue the series. So I will see you next week.